Hello, future bestsellers. Happy week after Thanksgiving. And we are getting down to the wire. It's the day before the last day of Nano Eve,
Right.
I guess. I know, right? I'm super excited because I actually I had 49,100 words right now on
Oh
my,
my
I know,
gosh.
on my nonfiction project. Right. So I think I'm going to finish it unless I have not written for a week because I've been eating turkey and stuffing around the clock for a week, and we had like 6 pies for 8 people.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how we roll in this house.
I'm serious.
And yeah, and so I've had a lot of pie for breakfast, which is the happiest. That's like the happiest week of my life is my pie for breakfast every day. So yeah, so you guys had a
Same.
great Thanksgiving.
It
Yeah.
was so quiet,
That's nice.
so peaceful, and I didn't cook. I
That's
didn't cook anything. I got Sprouts, the grocery store. They did like a order a Thanksgiving turkey dinner for two, and I did that. It
That's
was great.
awesome. My mom used to always host a big Thanksgiving, but now it's like a smaller Thanksgiving with just like 4 or 5 friends. And she would always do like the great big turkey, but then she'd always, oh, it's so hard to, we have all this turkey left over, blah blah blah. So a couple of years ago she started getting the Costco chickens instead of a
Yes.
turkey.
Mhm.
And I said I bet her last year, bet her $5 that she could that she would to get her to sort of pull a ruse on her old lady friends and I told her I'd give her $5 if she called the Costco chickens pygmy turkeys and said that they're specially bred small turkeys for older
God.
people. And she
No.
yeah, and so we were on the phone on our annual Thanksgiving Day call from the kitchen, and I said, how's it going over there?" And she's like, "Oh, the pygmy turkeys turned out great."
Oh my
So
gosh.
she did in fact do that. So yeah, anyway.
That's devious.
It is a little bit devious, but I owe her $5. Anyway, so
Oh.
yeah, it was kind of fun. It was yeah. So everybody's here today. Ladies here. Hello. Glad to see you. Devin. Hello. Glad to see you. Good morning. Rose is here. Hello. Lysandra's here. Hello. We're super glad. RC is here. Super glad to see you today. Let's do our intros really fast. How's everybody doing with their NaNoWriMo projects before we get rolling here this morning? I've been
Uh,
a bum all week, I'll say that.
you
Yeah.
rock.
So have I.
I'm doing great because I don't have one.
That's good. I think a lot of people are like finally in the thing. I know I am wicked. We I am a little bit evil. Just among friends, but yeah. I don't know. I like to pull I shouldn't say I was going to say I like to fool the old ladies, but that makes me seem terrible. It was just a joke. I love them all. Elizabeth, we're super glad you're here today. So let's go ahead and quickly do our intros, and then we're going to get into our first 5-minute warm up sprint, and then we'll do some actual real sprints today. Because I'm anxious. I'm really hoping that I get my 50. I will not finish the book today, but I will get my 50,000 words for Nano today, unless I am super slow from taking the week off. Generally speaking, after I take time off, I don't know. I want to know if this is true for you guys too. I either write like the wind, like 7,000 words just pours out of me in a day, or like 207.
Or it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah, exactly. It's one or the other, right? It will not be a middling day today.
Yep.
How about you? Same. After a break.
Go, Robert.
well, with my writing, I haven't done much over the past week either. I am close to finishing this project, so that's a good thing. It might be a little after Nano, but that's fine.
How about you, Michelle? No, well, you said so. You took some time off, right? A little bit.
Oh, I didn't. I worked straight through Thanksgiving because I have a ghostwriting thing that's due.
Yeah.
It's an enjoyable project, so it wasn't like pulling teeth. But I think it's like you're saying, it really is either or. If I take a break from a project and sometimes I'll just get really excited about it, and then by the time it's time to go back to it, I'm just raring to go. But often it's just like, oh God, do I do this again? What are words?
I feel really good. I feel really good because when I stopped working last week, I had 49,100 words. So I knew that I could take the week off and still finish. And that's what I did. So
Did you
I haven't,
start on November 1st?
No, so I didn't start the book on November 1st. I actually started it a little before that, but my goal was to write 50,000 words in the book for Nano. And so it's nonfiction project, and
Amazing.
I'd already started a little bit, but I was just using Nano for sort of inspiration.
Hmm.
So that's my unofficial, official Nano project. So 49,100 this morning, and I'm hoping I will get to 50K by the end of this stream.
Oh, you're gonna do it.
I think so. I'm feeling very like energized, but again, I have just not even opened the document yet. So I'll let you know after our first 20-minute sprint. Elizabeth says no Nano for me, but must get epilogue done today. I feel that. Devin had to put writing down. Yeah, I get it. You are going to finish strong. We're feeling good. We're feeling good. Hello, Heather. Glad to see you today. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into our first sprint. We're just going to do our first 5-minute warm-up sprint. Let me see if I can actually find the thing here. It is very nice. Let me just get this started. Okay, so in this first 5-minute warm-up sprint, we're just going to get our documents open, stretch our little fingers, give ourselves a pep talk, and get ready to write today. Although some people do like to get started. So whatever you want to do is cool with us. All right, here we go. We're going to get started with our first 5-minute sprint in 3, 2, not hearing the volume here. 1. Sprint. All right. How did everybody do on that quickie warm up sprint? Great. There we go. Yay. Yes.
Okay, unmuted. I got another cup of coffee, so it was a huge success.
Very nice. I'm drinking my Kachava this morning, which the horror geek teases me over. I'm like, honey, this is like a superfood in one drink, right? It's 40 superfoods. It's the greatest ever. And he's like, that is a very overpriced protein shake. So if you're a Kachava drinker or not, do you have an opinion on this? I would like to know. I sort of dig it. I don't know if everybody in the commercial has glowing, beautiful skin and they're happy and their lives are perfect. And so I feel like the Kachava will do that for me, right? Takes away all the stress. It's all the magic of superfoods. I'm teasing. I have no idea he could be right. It probably is just an overpriced protein shake, but I really do love it. So, okay. How did you do, Robert?
I got my document open and found my place and typed one sentence.
Yay. Good. Yay. I know I was about that. I think I typed about 11 words. So, but that's okay. I was just like trying to find where I was last time. So, but I did. All right, fantastic. And Michelle, how'd you do? I'm sorry. I feel like, did I ask you?
I just got coffee.
Oh, right. Okay, perfect.
That's all I did.
All right, you guys, how did you do? Let us know in the chat. Also, what are you working on today? Same. Let us know in the chat. Okay, so we've got Lysandra. I keep saying Lysandra. I'm sorry. Please just every time I do that. She's set with her caffeine, so that's good. Heather sent an email. Congrats to Swinton. That's fantastic. Heather got her external keyboard, so we're all ready to write. All right, fantastic. Yeah, let's do it. Did we introduce ourselves? I don't think we did.
I don't think we did either.
No,
I have the post-vacation brain. Let's just do it super quick. We don't want to lose any momentum. Robert, tell us a little about you and your channel.
Well, I am Robert Jones, and my channel is The Story Detective, where I take various forms of storytelling and put it under a Sherlockian microscope to break down the craft for the viewer in hopes to make their craft journey easier. And actually, I will be taking a break from social media entirely, probably starting the end of the month. But part of this winter's break is getting videos prepared for my channel. I've got to the point where I actually want to sit down and do it. I've thought about it enough. I just have to start.
I feel that. I completely understand that one. Michelle, tell us a little about you and your awesome channel.
All right. I'm Michelle Schusterman. I write young adult and middle grade novels, and my channel is Writing Workshops, Traditional Publishing Chat, and Writing Vlogs.
Thank you so much for being here, you guys, every time. I'm Lisa Daly. I write contemporary romance and self-help books. And I'm both traditionally and indie published, which makes me a hybrid author. And on my channel, we talk about how to write a book you're super proud of and get it published. All right. Let's go ahead and go right into our first 20-minute sprint. You guys, let us know what you are working on in the chat today. And if you're doing nano, do you think you're going to make it or not? I think you're going to make it. Let's see.
I think you're going to make it.
I think we all think you're going to make it.
We believe in you.
That's exactly right. All right, everybody, here we go. We're doing our first 20-minute writing sprints. Get started in 3, 2. It's quiet again. I don't know what the deal is about. There we go. 1. Sprint. I hate to stop like in the middle of a sentence and the thing started going off and I was like, oh no. So I have like an unfinished set, but I could not go any longer and still like get over in time. So yeah. Anyway, how'd you guys do on that last sprint?
Pretty good.
Not too bad. Let me see. It was almost 300 words, 294.
Where am I seeing? 9, 8, 7. Let's see what I've got. Who can subtract 709 from 987? 717. That would be 278. Is that right? Yeah, I think. About. I'm sorry. Apparently my brain cannot do math this morning. But 300. Yeah, I'm a third of the way there to my 900 words that I need to. I need 300 to sprint if we do three sprints today. So I better step it up. Although I will say I spent like the first 5 minutes trying to figure out where I was in the document. So there was that.
Yeah.
Especially when writing nonfiction, I mostly go straight through, but I do jump around a little bit. And yeah, so there's that. So, all right. How'd you guys do in the chat? Let us know. I've got some stuff. Shannon's got 4,000 words left for Nano. I will make it, but with a full-time job and 3 young children, it's been a struggle. I will need a detox from caffeine next week. Feel that. I feel that. Regina's here. Hello, Regina. Good morning. Drinking coffee. Pry my eyes open. Yes. I feel that. Well, we're glad you're here this morning. Very, very glad. Thank you. Lisa, Robert, Michelle have been great inspiration. Aw, thank you so much. We love that. What? Miss Swift.
Dang.
That's awesome. Very nice. And she knows what she's got coming to her right now. Here we go. Yeah. Woo! Congratulations. We are super, super proud of you. That is really awesome. Let's see. Lasanda working on her first draft of a fake dating romance. That's my favorite. That is my I love. I'm actually writing my first one right now. My second book in my St. Pete Slashers hockey romance series is called Cold Feet, and it's a fake dating romance. And it is I love them. It's my favorite. It's my favorite subgenre, and I have never written one before, so I am like loving it.
Yeah,
so much fun, super fun. All right, here we go. Regina says, "Hello, sweet Michelle."
Oh, hello, sweet Regina.
So sweet. 468 words on the epilogue. Just 1,000 more to go. All right, you're killing it. You're killing it. All right, I'm excited. I'm very excited today. I feel like everybody's like really raring to go. So should we just like jump into another sprint? Yeah, I did. I did not say hello to Cool Gamer. Hi, Cool Gamer. We're super here for you. Super glad you're here today. Cynthia's back. Yay.
Hey.
All right. That is fantastic. Oh, what? We're fake dating romance twins. Yay. I'm super excited about that. That's awesome. I'm dying to know how it goes. Dying to know how it goes. All right. Let's do it. Let's do another sprint. I am ready.
Please.
All right. I know we got a lot of people ready on Nano today. All right. Here we go.
Seriously.
All right, everybody. We're putting 20 minutes up on the clock. We're going to get started. We're ready today. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. You can do this. Okay. Let me just screen share. Sorry, I was like so into the rating again. So let me just double check here. All right, you guys. So how'd everybody do on that last sprint? Feeling good?
Good.
I
Yeah.
think
I'm just reading today. I don't know if I ever said what I was doing.
I don't know. Did we talk about that? What are you so you're reading today. What are you doing? Reading like a project, the ghostwriting project you're working on or
No,
something else?
it's for the book packager that I work for.
Oh, right.
I had auditions for the project that I put together, and we picked 2 finalists and they did revisions, and I got the
Mhm.
revisions yesterday, so reading through those and I have to pick the writer, which is exciting, but I also have to send a rejection letter, which is definitely my least favorite part.
Which is not exciting. Right.
No,
That's
not
no
at all.
fun at all. What are you doing today, Robert?
I'm finishing up this horror novella I was working on through October, and it's getting towards the end. But I just had to delete about 500 words from the previous draft that were useless now. So I'm figuring out where to go next.
That always hurts to take out that many words for sure. Regina says, I was finally able to install my new color printer the same day my LaserJet died. Arg. I guess I'm lucky to have one functioning.
That's good timing, at least.
It is. I bought what's it called? The Eco whatever. I bought the Epson printer Eco Tank one that it basically has like giant vats of ink, and it's not a printer that you would want to like print pictures on, but for a writer it's absolutely perfect because the ink is really inexpensive and literally you can print out massive manuscripts if you need to edit that way, which I do. And the thing doesn't run out of ink forever. Like I print all the time. I did in school and just being a writer and other projects, and also I'm a paper person. And I will say this printer has been absolutely phenomenal for that. Like
Sounds like something I might have to look into.
it was a fairly inexpensive printer, and I ended up getting one for my kid for college, but I really like it. It's the one Shaq advertises, if you're not familiar. But yeah, I've had it for about 2 years now, and it's the cheapest printer I've ever run, because like the printers are never that terrible, but the ink is like, oh,
Mhm.
here's a vial of ink and it's $1 million. And
Exactly.
you'll have to change it every 3 weeks. And the thing with this printer is like the ink things are big, and like I said, they're very inexpensive. So it's been really great. Let's say hello to our friends. Vixen's here. Hello, Vixen. Glad to see you. Clap, clap, clap from Cynthia King. Yay, glad to see you. Daisy's here today. Hello, Daisy. Super glad to see you. Heather's finished proofing a document. That's always good. Maz is lagging behind on Nano due to illness. Oh, that's rough. And lost a few hundred words, but slowly catching up. We believe in you. You can do it. All right, let's answer a couple of Nano questions that we had come in earlier. If I can find them, what did I do with them? All right. This was an interesting one from, I think, a new Nano person. I've written 50,000 words for NaNoWriMo, but I won't finish the book for a while. Does this mean I win anyway? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Congratulations. Yay. All right. So that's awesome. Fantastic. Next question. Can I use pop culture references in my novel, or do I have to pay or get copyright approval? Does anybody else want to take this? Or you want me to just ramble on?
I think, Lisa, I think you could answer this. I mean, from what I understand, like referencing is fine, but
Mhm.
if you want to like use lyrics, you might get yourself into trouble.
Yeah,
Depending on how much you
Yeah.
use.
exactly. So there are some good, I cannot remember what the fair use guideline. If Horror Geek, if you're on, he probably knows. There's a certain amount of like a song lyric that you can use and be okay. And there's a song lyric that I had used in 15 Minutes of Shame, and it was a real song. It was like and I could not use, I can't remember what. So I could use the song lyrics, and I attributed it in the copy, in dialogue, like, oh, it's like that. I think it was a Brad Paisley song, which I'm not a country um, music fan at all, but he had a song called "When You're a Celebrity," and and it was just kind of perfect. And so I used like but I remember I had to shorten the lyrics. I couldn't use like a whole verse. I could just use a section. So I'll track that down for the person who'd asked if they're looking to use song references. That said, if you want your characters to be fans of the Property Brothers or Game of Thrones, that's totally fine to use that stuff. It's even fine to include little mentions of celebrities and things like that, which we'd actually talked about on a previous show about, some of those books that kind of incorporate celebrities. I will say, same book, 15 Minutes of Shame, which was very pop culture heavy. In that book, the original version published by Penguin had a reference to, like, one of the characters finds out some terrible news on the Today Show and basically pukes on television in front of Matt Lauer. Now, when I got the rights back from Penguin and released my own version, Matt Lauer out. And so I had to like rewrite that. But that was not problematic to have, like, to basically create a scene with a celebrity, because it was sort of in the context of him doing his job and all of that. And again, it's fiction. So I think unless you had the celebrity doing something really terrible, you're like protected by free speech. I will say that because they're a public figure and the rules are a little more relaxed. I am not an attorney. Please remember that. I do know though, it can't be that restrictive, because have you guys ever heard that song about Shia LaBeouf like basically being a serial killer? There's a whole song. I'll try and find it during the sprint. But there's like a whole song about running through the woods with Shia LaBeouf, like he's chasing you. And so that song was very popular on iTunes and Spotify. And so far, I think those folks are not in trouble. So
That's hilarious.
I know it kind of is. And you can start, but it also sort of feeds into his like persona, sort of adds to the lore of him being a kind of let's say interesting human. And leave it at that. All right, let's see, Q4. I thought this was such an interesting question. Does anybody else feel sad after they finish writing a book?
Oh yeah, mostly I feel sad. I remember when I finished my first series, it was 4 books, and when I finished the 4th book, I was very sad when I realized that's the last scene I'm ever going to write with these characters,
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
I can totally see that. I also feel sad when I finish a book. Not so much nonfiction, actually. I do not feel sad when I finish a nonfiction book. I do feel right. I just feel like, woo, I'm done. I do feel there is maybe a little bit of a letdown, because then you're like when you're in the middle of a book, you have something that you have to do every day, right? Or every week. And when you're between book projects, that can be like really relaxing and freeing, or it can be like, I don't know, it can give you some anxiety or stress. So I feel that. What about you guys in the chat? Let us know. There we go. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Look it up on after the sprint today, or during the sprint, or but yeah, it's very funny. It's very, very funny. Ooh, there we go. RC says yes, no, direct quotes. Music is super strict. I wanted to open No Strings Attached with a quote from an Alice Cooper song, but no dice. I think if you you're protected by fair use if you're just using a short quote, but you can't use like I said, you can't use an entire verse, but you can use less than an entire verse.
Yeah.
Actually, you can, if you look at how many, I'll have to look at 15 minutes and then I'll tell you exactly, because I'm using the maximum allowed by Penguin and their attorneys. So I'll let you know how many lines it was. I feel like 12 keeps popping into my head, but it's literally been like 2007 since I wrote that book, so it's not fresh. Okay. Hi. So glad to see you today. I feel sad. Shannon feels sad at the end of the book, but it's so much worse for a series. I'm on my first series and I'm still in it, so I don't know. But yeah, end of book, end of a novel. Yes. Right. Yeah. It's almost like a breakup in some ways, a little bit, although it doesn't end badly, hopefully. A4, no, by the end, I'm completely over this story and ready for the next one. Okay, that's it. Oh, thank you. Love that. If you do not if you're not a wrench, let me know, and I'll go onto YouTube and add you. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to solve that. Working on two projects at a time. I almost said problems. 2 projects at a time. Yeah, I know. I think this was my problem too. I wanted to use the entire chorus and I had to like shorten it down to, like I said, I feel like it was 12 lines, but do not quote me on that. Ooh,
Mm.
Lainey says you can use the song name, but I don't think you can quote much of the lyrics. Yeah, just a little bit. And again, you have to attribute it. No, you can still use it. I mean, that Brad Paisley song was popular at the time that I used it. And I mean, he's still alive, so it's definitely in copyright. But like I said, it's limited. I have to finish a book to feel sad. You will. We know you're going to finish it.
Absolutely.
We've got you. We're behind you. There we go. It wasn't that. It was fair use. But that's a really good question. Vixen says, I always get sad when I end a series. I love my characters. Me too.
Okay, wait. Since before we move on from the copyright question, I had to look this up in my email because I couldn't remember the details. But a book I had, the Spell and Spindle, which came out in 2017 or 18, somewhere in there. I didn't even think about the whole using lyrics thing, and I used a good chunk of lyrics from an old jazz standard called Pennies from Heaven. And it was it was pretty important to the story. And it wasn't until like late in the revision process that my editor was like, maybe we should check in on this and see if we're allowed to do it. And it turns out we weren't. And I looked and found the receipt. It was $500 to get permission, like to be able to essentially purchase the rights to use those lyrics in my book. And lucky for me, Red paid for it.
That is lucky. That is lucky.
So I've been more cautious about lyrics ever since then.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm going to try and track this down. I was hoping one of you guys would know the answer for sure, the definitive answer. But I know you can use it. But like I said, I think it's fair use and it's very limited. And there's sort of a rule of thumb of how many you can use. All right. So I'm going to go on during our next sprint and I'm going to make our buddy Maza a wrench so that they can post the Shia LaBeouf song because there's a video and everything, and it's kind of funny. Yeah. Oh,
that is very funny.
This just means that you have permission to post links in our chat. So unless you're if you're watching on my channel, but if you're watching on Michelle or Roberts, then they'll need to make you a wrench. Okay, so Ms. Swift says if you put a series to bed, I feel bad for you, son. I've got 99 project, but a finished series ain't one. I got 99 problems too. Okay, there we go. $500 sounds way cheaper than I thought.
I mean,
I'm Michelle. So can you hop on your channel and give Maz the wrench for whatever 15 minutes so that
I have no idea how to do that. Is it in studio or is it a
just go on your YouTube channel where we're going live right now, where we're streaming live right now, and you can there'll be the little dots, you can click on his comment there. I don't even know their comment, and it'll say make a moderator or something like that.
Okay.
All right.
I will give it a shot.
All right. We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. All right. Fantastic. Okay, everybody. Now that I'm going to have to look this up, but you guys look up Shia LaBeouf. But after the stream, because we're going to get our words done today. All right. Here we go. Let me get our screen up. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I'm not sure what I've done here. Okay, here we go. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Make this one count. Oh, I had my camera off the whole time. I'm so sorry. I went to go get iced tea at the very beginning. I feel bad. All right. Sorry about that. And then I just got like right into writing. So I posted an article by the Creative Law Center in the chat. And it the thing was sort of the consensus was that if you're an indie author, it's safest to either get permission to use the lyrics or to not use lyrics, but it's okay to use song titles and artist names. So, and the rationale for that is that because songs are so short, even if you only use 2 lines, you're using a substantial portion. And that makes it more challenging to use for fair use. So, and Cynthia says, "Do not mention Taylor Swift; she'll come for you." That I could like go on for months about Taylor Swift marketing genius. Like, I'm continually impressed. Anyway, so it is possible. I think the second link that I posted, this one from the Creative Law Center, is probably the one that you want to take advice from. I do think it's interesting though that Penguin was like, "Oh, you can only use this 12 lines." Maybe they were like, "That's what we can defend in court." And for the record, we did not get, knock on wood, we did not get any trouble from Brad Paisley. I hope he doesn't come after me now, but so it's a great song. It was a great song. Anyway, okay, so we've got that. Heather says second document done. Hold on, I got to add up my numbers here because I got to be pretty close. I didn't get as many on that one. I got 241. So let's see where we are. And the answer to the earlier question of will I be writing like the wind or writing like sludge today? The answer is slow like sludge. 241, 863. So I have like 37 words that I need to do. I know I'm going to finish it today. That's okay. We are going to do another one. It's 12:39. If we start right now, we can get one last sprint. Candace, we got you. We're doing one more. All right, here we go, everybody. Let's share that screen. We've got this. Where did the timer go? Hold on. I hate when that happens. Oh, I see it switched to for some reason the next video that comes up after our writing timer is always like Van Gogh nature scenes. Which is kind of weird because Van Gogh's not really known for nature scenes. All right, here we go. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Last sprint. Make it count, everybody. We got 20 minutes on the clock, and we're going to just write like our lives depend on it for 20 minutes. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Sprint. All right, we are back. I am very excited to announce that I just made my 50,000 words. Yay!
Oh.
I'm
Well
very
done.
Thank you very much. I needed 900 words today and I got 1117. So I am woohoo 50,000 words for November.
Amazing.
Thank you. I'm still not done with the book, but I got my nano in, so I'm very excited about that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Elizabeth said, thanks everybody. Very productive. Got that blog done. Yay.
Nice.
All right. Bye, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Am I going to play my applause? Well, yeah.
Do-
Thank you very much. Oh, for me.
It's not often you get to congratulate yourself.
It really isn't. Oh, Jen's here. Hi, Jen. Thank you so much for popping in. Candace says 241. I'm confusing myself. I got that was for the last sprint. So got it. Ooh, Lasanda got 161 in the final sprint. Yay.
Nice.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. 801. I've got 4,500 words to do in 30 hours, but I'm hopeful you can do it.
You got it.
You can do it. You've totally got
Absolutely.
this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You are right in the sweet spot. There was a great question that we had earlier, and unfortunately, we're so late on time, but I want to answer it next time, and I want to make sure that we have enough time. I asked for questions, and then we were like, oh, we should do another sprint, and then we did not answer the question. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Oh, Lasanda, great question. I've been self-published for almost 3 years, considering traditional publishing. Where do I start? We're
That
going to
is a
talk.
big question.
It is a big question, and we don't have time to cover it today, but this is going to be our question for next week. So we are going to tackle this, and we will have a great answer for you next week. So I know we all have lots and lots of thoughts on that. So I am going to actually I'm going to take a screenshot so I don't forget. All right, there we go. Okay, we've got you, Lasanda. We're going to go ahead and do that. Before we go, we are going to do our quick little outros. I'm going to pop up some comments. Michelle, tell us a little about you and your channel before we head out for the day.
All right. I'm Michelle Schusterman. I write young adult and middle grade novels. My channel is writing workshops, traditional publishing chat, and writing blogs. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you so much. Maza asked a great question. Does the sprint chat happen every Wednesday at 12 your time? It's actually 11 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. Eastern. So check your local listings kind of scenario. So Lasanda says, okay, see you next week. We're going to do this. Candace, thank you so much. Robert, tell us a little about you and your awesome channel.
Well, on my awesome channel, I take various forms of storytelling and put it under that Sherlockian microscope and break down the craft and give it to the reader to make their journey easier, or the writer, rather.
I know what you mean.
Oh,
We know what you mean. Well, and by making the writer's journey easier, you're making the reader's journey easier as well. By giving them an excellent book. So thanks so much for being here. Candace, we know that you are going to do this today. You have got it. You've got it. All right. And 3:31 already. Woohoo, you're almost there. All right, everybody. I'm Lisa Daly. I'm a traditionally published, now indie published author of both romantic comedy and nonfiction. And if you want to write a book you're super proud of and get it published, this is the channel for you. We will see you next week. We are super excited to be here today. Happy NaNoWriMo. We know you can do it. All right.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
those keyboards clacking, everybody.